Hello everybody, this is Stellarum back for another episode of Stellarum FTB Infinity. Today I'm talking to you a bit from the future. I recorded this before and I'm going to talk you guys through it, do an over narration here. I made myself a bow, so I was about to head into the Nether for a bit of adventuring. I made myself a bow as well as a jetpack. And the reason why is I wanted to get into some immersive engineering, some more immersive engineering, I should say. And in order to do that, I needed to go to the Nether and find a Nether fortress. And the reason why is so that I can build a blast furnace, which I'm showing you on the screen right now. And to build the blast furnace, I'm going to need some blaze rods. I'm going to need the blaze powder from the blaze rods, and that's what I'll need in order to get what I need. So I found a fortress. All I have to do is head over there and just adventure over there, and I'll see you guys there. Okay? All right, so we're back at our base here after our adventure in the Nether. It didn't go quite as planned. We ended up dying twice. I lost my jetpack and it was all the way over at the Nether fortress. I also didn't have my crossbow for most of that video. So I had to adventure out there, kind of crafting together whatever armor I could find at my base. I didn't even have any levels to go and enchant anything. But I was able to come back and I was able to get the 2 blaze rods that I needed. I had already had about 5 and I only needed 2 more, so I was able to get them. So now I'm just cleaning up my inventory just a little bit, and then we'll take those blaze rods and we'll make the blast furnace that we need. We also found a bit of draconium dust on our way over to the Nether fortress. That was the second time after I died once. I've stumbled across this draconium dust, and I actually set up a waypoint just to keep track of it. It's pretty rare stuff, and I've been wanting to get into draconic evolutions for a while, but I haven't been able to find any draconium dust. So I found some there. So I might look around in the Nether for a bit more. For now, I can make the blast furnace, so I just need those 28 bricks. I actually need 27. And then I'm going to go down into my basement here where I have the coal coke oven. So I was going to put that in there. So all I need to do is clear out a 3x3 space. It's exactly like the coke oven. So we clear out the 3x3 space, place all the blocks, and then you just need to click on it with an engineer's hammer. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm placing all these blocks. And the reason why I want to make this this multi-block is we need it in order to make steel. And steel is what we need for our next project that we want to go for. So I'm just heading back up to get my engineer's hammer, and then we'll start getting this stuff cooked up. So start getting the steel cooked up. So to make the steel, you just need to cook some iron in the blast furnace, and that turns into steel. So you can see I've got my engineer's hammer now. I'll head over there right now. I think I'm just going to grab some coal coke over here, and then we can head down. Oh, looks like I forgot something. Oh, I forgot the iron. So I need the iron in order to cook it up into into steel. Regular steel, I should say. Forgot something else. I think the Nether adventure had kind of had me on edge, and I was a little a little bit leery of that. Okay, I grabbed the light engineering blocks, which is what I need the steel for. It's to make a core sample drill. So the excavator is quite nice in this mod pack. You can use the excavator to find yourself some ores. Each chunk has its own ore vein, or it could have an ore vein. So what you do is you take your core sample drill, and it lets you know what kind of ore vein you have in the chunk you're in. So by finding that out, you can actually set up the excavator, and it will start to extract ore from that ore vein. So you can actually leave that excavator going for quite a while. So that's what I'm trying to get towards, is to build up the core sample, machine, and then I'm going to be able to build up the excavator itself, which is another multi-block part. So that's going to be kind of cool. I'll probably try to do that in the next episode or two. So we'll see what that takes. That's the core sample drill, so that's what I'm building this episode here. And in order to build it, I need a whole bunch of steel. So we're just cooking up that steel right now. I believe I'm going to be checking it up very, very soon. Yeah, so these are the mineral deposits that we can get. So you can see the core sample drill tells you exactly what you need to get it. It takes 40 RF a tick for 600 ticks, so you can actually get the information that you need in order to build the excavator, and then it lets you know what kind of material or what type of mineral deposit. Apparently, it's a tongue twister today. But that lets you know what kind of mineral deposit you have. So if you have copper or iron, or it could be a platinum one, and in particular to get the ferrous ores, or the shiny ores or the platinum ores, it's very, very useful, because by finding out which chunks have the best chance of getting your ferrous ore, you have a better chance of getting shiny ore or platinum ore or different stuff like that, which is a very rare find in this mod pack. So that's what I'm mainly trying to get this for, is to improve my supply of shiny and platinum. I think I only have a couple pieces of dust right now, or a couple ingots, and I'm going to need more than that in the near future. So that's what I'm doing. So I cooked up a couple pieces of steel. It's taking quite a while, so I'll be right back. Alright, so we have all the steel to make our core sample drill. So you can see I've got it ready in our crafting table here, and we can just go ahead and grab that. And now we need to find our chunks in order to find out which chunks have the ores that we want. And in order to do that, we're going to need power down here as well. My plan was to kind of test all the chunks that we could find in this room. Then between episodes, I'll go up to the surface, I'll do some off-camera work, and I'll find all the chunks that we need. And I'll really concentrate on the ones that I need for the ores that I want. And being able to set up an excavator that will give us the ore that we need. So in here, you can see I've grabbed my connectors, I've grabbed my wire. We're just going to head back downstairs to set this all up. And it's actually going to work pretty cool. This was the first time I tried this, and I really like it. It's kind of a neat little mod. So I've got my chunk boundaries set up here. So I can go over here, and you can see I've got the chunks laid out. There's actually going to be 4 chunks in that room downstairs. I need to get some power down, so I'm just going to connect up to my main power here. So you can see I make a little pathway here, and for that wire, and I'll set up a connector right here. And now I can just go ahead and set this this machine up. Now, how to connect to it is a bit tricky, and it took me a little while to figure this out. So I connected this one up, and I figured that would power it. So you can see I'm going to connect it up to the main power here, and you got to go up all the way up here. And so once you get the main power connected, I assumed it would start working, but it doesn't. There's no RF going into it, so there was something else going on. So I saw 4 more connection points. So I wasn't too sure exactly how to connect it, so I figured, well, you probably need to connect to all 4 of those connection points with the power. So I set up more connectors, and I went to start connecting them, and as soon as I put the first one on, it started to work. So with just 2 connections, it seems to work. And from what I could tell, I think you only need to power 2 of those connection points. And I don't believe it matters which 2. I kind of played around with it, and it seemed to work with all of them, no matter which way you oriented them. It just depends on which way is the most convenient for you. So now you can see, once you get power, it goes pretty quick, and in this case, I didn't find any ore in this chunk. So it's not going to find you ore for every chunk. You are going to have to look around a little bit, so that's kind of what I had to do here. So I'm going to connect this one up to in the next chunk over. So you can see I'm just going to connect the power here. And once again, it's not working there, so I need to connect another energy. And you can see I've got it connected on the 2 opposite ones. So now it's working again. It is going. So that's pretty much it. We just need to move around from chunk to chunk, hook the power up. The main base power seems to be more than enough to power this. So that's all there is to it. So we're just going to go around and do some chunks, and then we're going to build up our excavator. And with that excavator, we're going to be able to get a bunch more ores. So that's what I'm going to be doing from now until the next episode. And next episode, I'll try to set up an excavator if possible, or if I have to gather some more resources, I'll go into that, or I'll try to do that off camera, unless it's something that might be interesting. So if there's something interesting, I'll record it and I'll send it. I'll put it in the next episode, and then we'll be able to build the excavator next time. But until then, I actually do find copper ore in this, but it was right after I stopped recording. So until then, I'll see you guys next time, and hopefully I'll have a whole bunch of ores that I'll be able to gather from the chunks that I've got around me. Hopefully I've got all the ores that I need, all the stuff. And until then, I'll see you guys next time. Okay, bye.